Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, in a new time slot here today.
What time is it? Let's go West Coast. What time
Let's
is
do it. It's 4:30 p.m. here, Eastern Standard Time. It's 1:30 p.m. on the West Coast. 2:30. Is it 2:30? No, 3:30. 3:30. I believe it's 3:30 p.m. Midwest. Maybe Mountain Standard Time is probably like 2:30. So welcome to Fired Up. I was implored to jump on a Fired Up live session. I was coming back from Philly today and coming up the highway there. So Quentin said, what's going on? We haven't seen you in 2 days now. I'm going to file a missing persons report. And I said, you know what? I got to jump on a Fired Up. I got to do it. And you know what? We might tap into some new audience here at 4:30 p.m.
Possibly.
So if you're new, welcome to Fired Up Live with Rich Malachi. I'm your host, Rich Malachi. What a day. Lisa and I shot down to Philly this morning.
We did.
Great chat with Gemini Baking Equipment, some quality equipment down there. We were able to stop and have a cheesesteak as well.
Yes, we had Steve's Prince of Steaks.
Steve's Prince of Steaks. And we walk in with a camera and it was like, stop the press. Guy is like, hey, when you walk into a private business, don't you ask to be able to film? And I was like, okay, relax. Let me explain. Well, where do you hear? He just keeps talking. I'm like, just relax. We're going to tell you. Listen, by the way, the cheesesteak was phenomenal.
It was really good cheesesteak.
I think he was probably busting chops a little bit, but I was like, listen, we're just putting a little vlog together here. You know, only a few people are going to see it anyway.
Jason says you are correct. 2:30 in the mountains.
Yes, sir.
Mountain zone.
Jason Wange in the building. Yeah. So Steve's Prince of Steaks. If you're ever in Philly, I definitely recommend. It's not like that chop steak. It really is like it was like a piece of steak. It's like shaved thin.
Yeah, shaved steak on the grill.
Pretty damn good. And we got some with whiz and onions. That's the way to go. So what do we got going on here? What are we fired up about today, Lisa?
Oh, you don't want to tell Taz about what we did with the TikTok McDonald's coffee?
Taz, check this out, Taz. So you're awesome, Jason. But Taz, check this out. In search for our beloved coffee from Charlotte with our little coffee jellies, that Vietnamese coffee, I saw a TikTok on going to McDonald's, getting a large iced coffee, black, nothing in it. Boom. Product placement. This is not sponsored by McDonald's yet. And we have a large black coffee, iced coffee, and then we get a vanilla cone, and you take that, you pop the top, and you put the vanilla cone in that coffee, and you just mix it around. It's going to break off in there probably, and you have to stir it, mix it, and it kind of becomes like this Vietnamese coffee, not super sweet.
Not sweet at all, which I'm actually surprised because you would think it's ice cream.
Yeah.
It wasn't sweet.
It wasn't super sweet. It wasn't bad though. So I think Lisa said, maybe we try with a small, and that might be right on point.
Too much coffee here.
But that small might be potent with sweetness. I don't know. Maybe medium.
That's what I like. I want
she likes it. She wants the sweet. So definitely check that out. You could TikTok Vietnamese coffee. I think you'll find that McDonald's Vietnamese coffee. Now come up.
I'm actually curious to ask everyone, are you guys on TikTok? If so, I want to know, what is it that you're watching on TikTok? What are those videos that really get you sucked in? Because a lot of people fall into TikTok rabbit holes. I was telling you about the recipes that I find on TikTok. This is considered, kind of like a TikTok recipe. So
yeah, no, that's great. That's great. If you have TikTok and you're watching this, you want to drop your TikTok tag in the comments, feel free to do so. We'll go check you out. Taz is going to do it right now. We want a full review live in the Fed group, or at least pre-recorded. So, what was I going to say, Lisa?
I don't know, but remember.
TikTok.
There you go. TikTok. Yes.
We were talking a little bit about TikTok on the ride back up, and we haven't really jumped in the TikTok pool, believe it or not. Rich Malachi, my own little brand thing. I dabble. I'm not doing anything over there though. So be on the lookout for the Fed over on TikTok very soon. And we're going to be incorporating you. Yes. TikTok is going to be all about you. So it's going to be about the community. So stay tuned. And if you want to be a part of it, definitely let us know. But we'll be reaching out.
Show them the hoverboard because we're going to be using that on TikTok.
We're going to be doing some things as we fed to the future, right? Back to the Future is the theme for FedCon. So we're getting some different props and different things ready that we're going to be doing for promos. And listen, we'll have these things at the, we'll bring them to the conference. By the way, I got the whole costume came.
It did.
It's all upstairs.
Mine too?
No, we didn't order yours. Remember, you told me
didn't?
you said don't order mine yet.
Oh. No,
Yes.
we're communicating.
No, we sat right here. You said don't order it yet, and I took it out of the cart.
No, you're right, because I don't know how it's going to fit.
Well, I don't know how mine's going to fit either.
I need a small top and a medium bottom. They only have small.
Oh, Lord. Lord have mercy. So, TikTok, stay tuned. And so I wanted to talk about this, actually. So this stuff going on in the Fed group over on Facebook, if you're not there, get over there. Also, scrolling at the bottom of the screen, you'll see this. Fed official sponsored event. We're going to be releasing you the main sponsor for that event at Top Golf. So if you're going to be in Orlando, there's going to probably end up being a little bit of a guest list that's going to be put together. There's going to be limited spots. So we'll keep you guys informed on how it's all going to go down. But I wanted to just let you know that. So if we go over to our beloved group on Facebook, and I'm taking my time.
Taz says that he also needs a small top and medium bottoms. Well, we're getting Taz the Doc costume, so.
Where are we? So, I don't know where I'm going.
It was about the. Oh yes, I know.
Oh, I know where it is. It's on the. So I could also make a mention of our Fired Up. So we're gonna be going Fired Up. We're gonna do a Fired Up episode live July 12th, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm gonna be with Josh Olin and Dustin at XOI. So Dustin Young, we'll be chopping it up. You're not gonna want to miss that. So put that on your calendar. But Ginger came on and said, "How about doing a Fired Up on the installation side?" So. There's probably a lot of different points we could hit on for installations in the industry. I could talk to you from what's going on here right now, for sure. The installation game is kind of crazy. We've probably got 30 or 40. I gotta go look. It's changing by the minute at this point. There's dozens and dozens and dozens of installations on our board right now, coupled together with service calls where we don't even know where to put them. These calls are running off our dispatch board onto another dispatch board. I mean, it's insane. We did some math yesterday. There's well over 500 calls spread out across our board, 500 plus, from the calls that are under our technicians' names. They got to go back with parts. New calls coming in that we got to get to. Calls that are coming in that are unassigned. Refrigeration calls that are coming in that we haven't assigned. We have them kind of split up from the reefer side. It's just, and then the week's planned out ahead. Tons of calls. So talking about the installations right now are one of those things that they just don't take precedence over down equipment in a world where everyone's trying to make up for lost time, even though it's kind of impossible. Everyone's trying to do that. And we have to be mindful of our customers and partners that rely on us. When you have a walk-in box down that's got 30 grand of product in it versus a new installation on a piece of equipment, I'm sorry. We have to tend to these major equipment down situations. It's going to get better. All right. There's just got to be empathy on both ends of the fence. We both got to understand what we're all going through here. This is not normal. I don't know when the end is coming, as far as us being able to level out and get back to running a normal schedule. I don't believe it's going to happen in 2021. I think this is going to go well into 2022, especially when schools open.
Yep.
We do a lot of schools. A lot of service companies do work in schools. And when those schools open, OMG, Lisa. So.
And you were actually talking about that today, just because of how quickly everything had to close, they didn't turn off their equipment or what's it called? Not turn down.
Well, they didn't shut down their equipment properly. Yeah, I mean, we were talking about that today down in Philly. we're anticipating some real high end repairs. When you have steamers and you have combis and you have anything that water is going to be sitting in, and you didn't shut these things down properly, we're probably going to be replacing a lot of generators, fryers. There's probably stuff that oil probably wasn't drained. I mean, who knows? Who knows what we're gonna run into? So it's gonna be chaos come mid-August, late August, when schools start to. Oh, I'm gonna go turn all this stuff on and see what's going on. September's gonna be a what show, and yeah, so we're just doing our best with the installations though. I'd love to really dive into some conversations on how other companies are handling their installs. When I look at combi ovens and I look at double stack combi ovens, yeah, we have equipment in place. So let's talk about that. How much manpower are you sending on a double stack combi oven? Whether, I'm not going to mention any manufacturers, just combi ovens in general. They're all 500 pounds. All right. They're all heavy. So for us, we're trying to make these installs as lucrative as possible. When you're working with different manufacturers, everyone has their own rates. Everyone has their own set install fees and all this different stuff. Okay, so some of these install fees, and truth be told, we take losses on a lot of these installs. It's just, it is what it is. We try to look at not the small picture, but the big picture of what we're doing. So not all installs are created equal. So not all, you might say to yourself, oh, the service companies are making money hand over fist and we're doing all this stuff. It's just not the truth. And when you have set numbers by someone else and saying this is what we're going to pay you, you're bound to run into with that flat fee stuff. You're bound to run into loss. Sometimes it can go really right and you can benefit and make a couple $100 at the end of it all. But that's where I want to get to, because we're assembling install teams here. Nothing we've ever done here before, because we're growing and it's kind of it's somewhat rapid. And it kind of accelerated actually through pandemic, believe it or not. Mm-hmm. And it's accelerating even more now. So, my warehouse is getting filled again. Filled. Full. It's full again. It's filled. It's filled. It's getting filled in. So we have a lot of equipment coming in, and we want to be able to do these things. We don't want to lose the quality, but we want to be more efficient. We want to be faster. If we're going out with these double stack combi ovens, there's times that I'm sending out 4 guys at a clip to stack these things. And you're going to say, Rich, are you out of your mind? Probably. Yeah. But the thing is we listen to our guys. So we have Genie lifts. We have all the strapping. We have all this stuff. We have everything we need to do it safely. But the problem is so many of these kitchens that we're going into, the hoods and the way these things are situated, we can't get those Genie lifts in to that location to do those things. So, and we can't stack them before in a lot of situations because they won't fit under the hood. Yeah. So we have to stack them there under the hood where they're going in a lot of cases. I have no choice but to send manpower to hoist these things up and get it on there safely. You send 2 guys, it's trouble. 4 guys, make sure it's safe. But I'm also deploying 4 men. Yeah. There's hours invested here. These guys are not cheap. And everything might seem simple from someone's office or desk 500 miles away. But I can tell you, when you get down in the trenches, it all looks very different. Over the next couple of months, I'll be bringing you with me on the road as we start to see more techs. We're also going to be doing Through Their Eyes. So stay tuned, because Jesus, I saw you got the Jesus. I don't know if you're watching, but he did a live video last night. It was a little late, but he did a live video showing, he's like, I got this. He was like, I don't know how I'm going to do this, but okay. I'll figure it out.
And Jesus, I'm happy to be your resource anytime. You need to call me. I've video chatted with you before. You could just call me on Messenger.
Yeah. So we're going to be bringing you what technicians are doing on a daily in different markets. So Florida is first. And truth be told, that is being brought to you by XOI Technologies, ladies and gentlemen. So check out XOI Technologies, doing big things, and they're the main sponsor for this Through Their Eyes series that we're putting together. So
you know what? Tomorrow on tomorrow's live, I'm going to share the intro to Through Their Eyes.
Okay.
Just a quick little intro. for folks to see.
I like that. Let's do that. So we'll do that. We'll do a little Friday fun. We'll show you a teaser of what's to come.
Ooh, maybe that might be a new series, Friday teasers
Ooh.
for the lives.
Okay. All right.
I might be getting ahead of myself.
We got a lot of stuff on this board here, and on that board, and on that board, and on that board, and we're running out of places to write.
So Taz has a question. He's asking for a friend.
Okay.
Do you have to drain the water from a can washer if it's sitting for 18 months?
No.
Asking for a friend?
No. Why would you?
I mean, I change the water in my Nespresso if it's been sitting there for a week.
Yeah, no. And what I would do is I like to make chickens and then get like the really, really, really hot grease and then dump it down the drain. I love to do that. That's my favorite. So
please put a disclaimer that you're being sarcastic.
Oh, I'm being sarcastic. I'm being very sarcastic. But you know what, Taz? These are the little things that are very real, but also the reason why service companies and guys like us exist. We are the common sense police. Mm-hmm. Right? At the end of the day, we're kind of like the common sense police.
Scott said espresso. Yes, Scott, that was me. You already know.
Yep. Lisa is all over the espresso, Scott. So Scott McGrath, all the way from Melbourne, Australia, mate.
Good morning to you, Scott.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. It is far too early.
What time is it in Melbourne?
It's 4:43 in the morning.
Hold on. No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
What time is it in Melbourne?
The time in Melbourne, Vic, Australia is 6:43 a.m. on
6:40.
Friday.
All right. In the
All right.
Philippines, it's only 4.
6:43 a.m. It's Friday over there. Over here, it's still Thirsty Thursday. It's 4:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But back to this install talk as well, okay? So I would love to get more insight as to companies, and I think this is something that you're going to find a lot more of when we really develop a lot more stuff with thefedgroup.com. I mean, there's going to be a lot of resources that we're going to bring to the table. It's going to be tremendous. So stay tuned. That's like my word of the year. I've been saying tremendous a lot in a lot of different ways.
And I thought you meant stay tuned because that's also...
I always say stay tuned. Stay tuned. Part 2 coming. So that's one thing. And of course, if there are any like different equipment and tooling that you're using for different combi oven installs or whatever it might be, if there's any interesting things you're using, these are things I'd love to kind of jump in on and talk about. And maybe if we get another service company on, we could even show these tools and tell people where they can get them and all these different things. So we want to make sure people have the proper stuff. And then how are installs being handled across the board? Like are you finding that you're receiving the equipment and driving it to site? I'm finding that we're slowly, we still do that, but a lot more equipment is going right to site for us, which I am not mad about, by the way. The only thing that puts that in a bad light for a service guy coming to take a look at that or go to install it is that nobody probably checked that for freight damage, and we're going to roll up on something that was scheduled and it might still be in a box or a crate on the loading dock, and we're just getting there to do an install and the whole front end is bashed in. And that just put the brakes on everything. That just breaks everything. And now I just spent time and effort to schedule this guy when he could have been doing something else. There's a lot of factors. So there's a lot of stuff to talk about with installations. I'd love to, Ginger, I know you're busy, but that you guys are living that install life right now. I'd love to talk with you or John or anybody that wants to jump on a live. I know time, but if you're a part of Fed Nation, you already know what I'm going to say. It's all about priorities. What's priorities? You want to build a brand? You want to build an audience? You want to build your business through those brands and that audience online? Then you got to be here consistent. This is real. This is real.
Yeah.
This is real. This is real.
You want to say one more time?
This is real. Come on now. None of these things that are happening in my life right now are happening by chance.
No.
No. So, were you going to say something?
I was just gonna say the thunder's coming down. I have to run home.
I'll take you home.
Yo, you're gonna take me home?
I'll take you home.
Oh.
It's only around the block, basically.
You
Not far.
gonna
So-
tell everyone my address too? Just like they did on the radio while we were driving to Philadelphia?
Say again? I started reading the comment.
Oh, no, we were driving to Philadelphia. That funny woman that was like, "Oh yeah, you know, Josh from Arizona."
What?
Okay, no.
Heather Murphy?
Yes.
Heather Murphy from Freehold got a vaccine.
No, I don't know. Now we're losing people.
Are we losing them? We're not losing anybody. Listen, they're intrigued as to what the hell we're talking about, as are we.
It's too late.
The tickets for FedCon coming. Make sure you're in my text community. You're going to get the deepest discount on those tickets. If you're not in the text community, you're not going to get my message from me directly, and you're not going to get that extra deal discount that nobody else is going to get. Scrolling across the bottom, join my text community. Wake up and join it. What else? What else we got going, Lisa? You know, I continue to stay fired up with excitement. Honestly, that's what fired up actually is, excitement, I guess. I'm just fired up with the way that everything is shaping up right now in this year. Grateful for the business that I see happening all over, not just for us, but all over. Everyone I'm talking to is feeling it. So I want to continue to put the vibes out there to, again, have empathy for everyone. We're all being stretched and very, very thin. I'm bouncing all over the place. I'm on all kinds of different phone calls, all kinds of different texts, all kinds of different emails. Can you help with this? 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 We are helping. Believe me, I'm doing everything I can to help my service department get things done. But again, we're up against the supply and demand. Heavy demand, not so much supply. And I mean manpower. You know, even people are saying, "Oh, I'll give you overtime. I'll give you double time." That's not even going to get it done at this point.
Yeah, if you don't have the part, doesn't matter if you're paid to work.
If I don't have the part, and if I don't have the person to send with the part. These guys, like I said, all have 20 here. They have about 25 under their name. They'll knock down 5. We got to move scheduled things. They'll be back to 25 in the morning. So if we're banging out, if every guy could bang out, hopefully 5 calls a day, it doesn't always happen that way. Because they're men. They're men. They're not machines. I have to keep reminding people that too, that we're going to get to you. It's just, there's got to be a little bit of patience. And, you know, I do find it baffling sometimes, especially right now, like if maybe 2 years from now when things have leveled out and it's different, and I'm telling you 2-3 weeks for an install, you could say, Rich, you don't know what you're doing. I'll say, yeah, you're right. Pre-pandemic, I would never say 2-3 weeks for an install. It wasn't happening. We were on track. We were getting things done, but everything is way backed up. And, you know, I'm always happy to jump on a phone call with anybody to help them understand what a service company is actually doing all day. You know, there's different pieces to this puzzle. You got the reps, the dealers, manufacturers, you got the design consultants, you got all these pieces of the puzzle, and you guys are all doing your own thing. You got your own, you know, people breathing down your backs and necks trying to say, hey, you got to get to this. You got to give me this. Where's the code for that? You got to come out and scope this. I mean, I'm sure you guys are feeling it too, but a service company really feels it, I think, a little bit differently, especially when we are factory authorized for dozens and dozens. I'm talking 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 manufacturers. It's hard. It's very hard. And it's hard on a regular day. The world exploded. So this is my my chat with Fired Up Nation out there. Empathy. We have to deploy it, and we have to mean it. Because we are in this together. You know, we really are. And it's corny, it's cliche, you hear it all the time, but it's the truth. I mean, it's happening across all industries, and it's just a beautiful thing though when you look at it from where we were a year ago. So I'm excited for the future. We're building like crazy here, adding guys, adding techs, adding PM guy tech. I'm so excited because I love, and me and Josh Dolan talk about it. We love the art of building a business. I love it. I thrive on it. It excites me. Every time I add someone new to I'm like, we're giving opportunities to people. We're giving our team taking some pressure off our team by adding quality people. There's lots of things that go into this that it's all feel good. And I might have some really major news coming, ladies and gentlemen. I got a monster meeting, one of the most monster meetings of my life this Saturday. So I feel real good about it. Lisa is looking at her watch.
No, my watch is reminding me to get moving.
She is looking at her watch.
No, I'm not.
She's saying, you're talking too much. Lisa, this is a new time slot.
I know, and people love it.
I think we're liking this afternoon slot.
People like this slot.
I like the slot. I don't play slots, though. I play blackjack.
I like slots.
Now.
Why not?
Stop it.
Penny slots.
Penny, what are you, 80? You go down to Atlantic City on the bus?
I have gone to AC on the bus.
I got to get out of here.
I've taken that 2.5-hour ride on the bus
Oh,
to
boy.
go play me some penny slots.
Oh, my God.
All right, it's Thirsty Thursday.
It is Thirsty Thursday, so I'm not going to hold people up too much longer here. FedCon is coming, April. We're working on some amazing speakers. We got some tickets we're going to be releasing. We got sponsorships ready to go. There's a lot of buzz, NAFM, Top Golf. We're going to there's so much going on, Lisa.
So much.
Are you excited?
I'm taking it step by step.
Step by step. That's all we could do. So thanks for joining me this afternoon. Tomorrow's Friday, so we're going to bring you a little video teaser on Through Their Eyes.
Yes.
And if you want to jump on with me tomorrow, by all means, let me know. We'll get you in. We'll talk about what's hot topic in your mind, what you're fired up about. Doesn't always got to be me. You're probably bored seeing my face.
No, they're not. But see, Quentin, this was for you, man.
Had to jump on for you. Had to do it. Had to do it. So a day in the books. It's raining like crazy all of a sudden. We were down in Philly. We made it back. Beautiful, beautiful day. I guess that's a wrap for this Fired Up, Lisa.
It sure is, because my boss is going to drive me home now.
All right. Well, I got to go jump out in the rain and drive Lisa home. And then I got to come back and jump into some billing situations that we got to get going here. So I'll be in the office until around 7.
That's fine.
You don't care.
No?
Atta girl. All right. Atta girl. All right. Listen, stay fired up. Empathy. Compassion in this together. Remember that. Beautiful world we're living in. We're alive. We're breathing. All good things. Stay fired up. I'll see you on Friday.